Let yourself cringe at your younger version. Here's what I mean by that. Cringe at your younger version, whatever you did. I don't care if it's 2 years ago, if it was yesterday, whatever you done there. Number one, that's no longer you, and number two, it's alright. It's actually good. Let yourself cringe at your younger version, because that's a sign of growth. Alright, let's get into it. Don't let that feeling of looking weird or the feeling of being ashamed for whatever you have created stop you from creating. Like, you should go out there and create what you actually, truly, deeply feel like you are desired to do. You should not let anything stop you from that. And most definitely, it shouldn't be somebody else making you feel ashamed for something. It shouldn't be that feeling of, checking out your old art, your old stuff, and you just cringing at it. Like, that is most definitely not what is going to stop you. One of the best things I ever heard was somebody, I forgot who said that, but anyways, if you got a brand, for example, and you're doing your first collection, there's absolutely no way that your first collection should be your best one. Put out your best work at that very moment. Don't overthink it. Don't go ahead forever and ever overthinking it until you put it out. If you still love your first collection, you waited too long to drop it, because there's just absolutely no way, like, if you just create and keep doing your thing, that you're not gonna cringe at whatever you put out first. And it's so true. Like, some of my favorite fashion brands, if you check out their first collections, obviously that was years ago and the whole vibe was different, but I'm just like, whoa, like, they have come a long way, and all they have done is, not beat themselves up for whatever they did. Just keep going. There's just no way. But yeah, that's the message for today. Every skill needs to be learned. And you always start out from the bottom, right? So you're not gonna start something you've never done before and kill it. No. It's those people who are doing it every day and who've been doing it for years and years. They are the ones who are actually really good. They are the ones you're looking up to, scrolling social media. Those are the people you will see. People who put in the work. Even though society tends to judge, people around you tend to judge, It's like you're trying out something new, you're making a little change, and people are judgy, right? People are like kind of shaming you. They're like, "Oh, what are you doing? Like, what's going on with you? Do you think this is good? Because it actually sucks. Of course it sucks. You just started out, bruh. And this is not the type of people you need around you. They're the people. They see you make the first move, and they are the ones thinking, oh, I'm not doing it, so they don't get to do it, so let me bring them down. And those people, you don't need them around you, so they're not going to be the ones stopping you, alright? And that's why I'm saying, like, if people make you feel a certain way, funny, whatever, you are the only one who knows that it's fine. It's fine because you just started out. You're just learning. Like, you also cringe at your whatever you created, right? It's okay, because it's just no need to put out a perfect product when you're still learning, and it takes long to learn something, dude. It takes long. Like, you gotta be persistent and patient to learn a skill, any new skill. And yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Whatever it is you want to do, go for it. Cringe at whatever you have done before. That's especially with social media, because we live in a world of instant gratification, and as we are scrolling on social media, I've noticed this about myself. I feel like a piece of trash because I'm looking at all these people putting out perfect content, and I'm just like, dude, I suck. Right? So, develop healthy consuming habits, and don't let yourself, don't compare yourself. Don't compare yourself to those who have been doing it for a long time, who live somewhere else. Everything is different. Everyone is different. Everyone's path is different, and there's just absolutely no need to compare. So that's why I'm always saying it. Like, just a reminder that wherever you're going, whatever you want to do, the road is beautiful, and it's not always gonna feel like it's beautiful, but it actually is. Like, you gotta love those, you gotta love those moments when you mess up. If you can, those people who can laugh about themselves, who can be like, oh, I fucked up yesterday, you know what happened? We'll just all cry and laugh together. That's what I love. That's the type of team I wish, I want to have. People can just fucking laugh their ass off. You know, if the camera died, everything is messed up, you didn't get those shots, you try again tomorrow. If tomorrow's not working out, try again, I don't know when. Flip the script. But I guess it wasn't meant to be. The fact that she went out there and tried is already, my applause for you. You deserve that. So be brave to cringe at whatever you did yesterday. And what did I do? I have a lot of notes here. I'm gonna get through them before my phone is filled up. Oh, shit. Okay, it doesn't really come natural because, you know, most people, like, you have to unlearn that feeling of letting yourself feel ashamed, letting yourself be ashamed. You know, others are quick to judge, and especially on social media and maybe your friend group, whoever. I don't know, man. They're really quick to judge and laugh at you. And they don't know if it's something that, you know, personally affects you, because you might be out there, you know, putting that thing out there that you actually want to work on, you actually want to do, and they think it's funny. Man, don't let that stop you. You know, the thing is, self-perception is always different, right? But you know those movies, those outtakes, you know, those tracks of your favorite artist or band, those throwaway tracks they uploaded, you know how much you can love those tracks because they're like not perfect, they're just not polished up, not mastered, not re-recorded again and again. They're just some kind of snippet of reality. It's like you were actually there, more like that. So who knows? Maybe the artists themselves, the singer, the rapper, cringed at that version and said, let's never put it out. And maybe somebody, you know, convinced them to put it out, and now it's out there and people love it. Love it even more than the polished up work. So don't be afraid of sharing something that's not perfect, because you never know. You never know what comes out of that. Don't keep everything to yourself. Be a little fearless, and actually nothing can go wrong. Like, nothing. What I'm saying is, messing up is beautiful. You know, that's how I see it. And like, if you go out in public and you don't feel free to be yourself, well, at least me, go, you know, get in your zone. Like, go to your safe space. Is it the car? Is it your room? Is it, I don't know where. And just be you. Just do that thing you want to do. You know, it's alright. If I'm outside, I got some resting bitch face like no other. I don't show no emotion. But I'm not like that. Like, you know, get to know yourself, and that's okay. Like, you don't always, you know, gotta be that virgin, you know, whatever. I'm saying like, let yourself be cringe in situations that you feel comfortable in, and that's fine. Just, you know, I like to really bring it to the level. I just like to push it up there. Kind of create in my uncomfortable zone. I mean, push it to the very limits. I don't like to stay at a comfortable place. I'm always taking it one level too high. And then often I mess up because my skills are not yet developed enough to do it that way. But give yourself that freedom. That's what art is about, is freedom. Like, give yourself that freedom. Nobody tells you to, you know, learn the sheet music, and after that you're allowed to just play on the piano. No, go crazy. Just, you know, play whatever. If you mess up, you mess up. It's alright. Oh, little warning. It gets addicting. I'm saying this because, like, once you put yourself out there and you become a warrior against judgment, it becomes addicting, and you just want to do it over and over again. Because once you learn that cringing at your younger self or whatever you put out there is actually cool, you're gonna do it again and again and again. Alright, my phone is full because my phone is a little baby that has no storage. So I'm gonna go and back that up. Alright. That's still something you're gonna cringe about, and that's okay. Because that's like being your true version, you know? Like, going out there and being fearless and just truly creating from your heart, like creating what you wanna create, like your deepest desires, whatever it is you want to do. Just do that, and you are going to cringe at yourself, and it's going to be fine because you are creating fearlessly, right? Because if you create from a place of comfort, it's like it's not going to be your best work. Like, it's not the place that leads to the steepest growth. It's not the place that actually leads you there. So I'm just a big believer in, giving it your all and being okay with it not working out once in a while. It might work out, yo. You might make some really crazy stuff, So give yourself that freedom to just try out. You'll become a warrior against all judgment. A warrior. That's what we want to become. Like, I've been trying this out myself, and I'll do a separate video on this later because I actually made this new social media place where I can sort of, just put it out there and cringe at myself. Not every day is going to be your best work. And this is something so toxic about social media. People always think, oh, this person has made it. Now their next song is going to be a bit better. Those shots are not it. Like, remember what you did 2016? That was your, like, peak. Why is it about reaching a certain peak and always going up higher? Who told you life is about that? I know why this culture is going on. Like, we're judging people like that. It's cool to be, critical, but it's not cool to say, oh, last year you did really well, but now you have fallen. If you're falling, you're never gonna rise again. You gotta become a warrior against judgment. Because no matter what, I'm always thinking, like, the best people out there, they putting out stuff that I think is great, and they get a lot of critique, they get a lot of judgment, and I just think it doesn't come from a place that's fair. Now, if I was that person, I don't know, maybe if I have not built up the skill that I can withstand that judgment and not let it get to me, dude, imagine I will stop myself from creating, and there's people out there that need to see what's next for that person to create. So that would be so sad, because we often only see the judgment. We don't see those silent consumers that actually take away so much from your art, from your stuff, from you putting yourself out there. So that's why I'm big on this. Keep it up and develop that skill. Like, you gotta build yourself up like a warrior against judgment. So what I've been trying out lately, I'm just letting myself be okay with the fact that not every day I'm gonna create something that's good. And if I have created something that's alright, well, and I'm thinking, I don't really like it. I'm still putting it out. At least that's something I'm teaching myself right now, because I am really bad at judging my own work right after I have made it. So I would rather put it out there than to hold back, because the feeling of holding back is something that feels so toxic to me. It doesn't feel like growth. So I would rather put it out there, cringe at myself later, maybe get some feedback that's not quite so good, but it feels like growth to me, and I'm kind of learning to deal with judgment. You will cringe less the more often you let yourself cringe at your younger self. The more often you put yourself out there, you will cringe less. It will feel more natural to you. And that's really the skill I'm talking about that you're gonna learn. So I'm right in the middle of this, man. Like, I'm creating, I don't know, whatever. But I'm just really kind of forcing myself sometimes to put it out there and let myself, see that in 1 week and be like, oh no, what did I do? And then kind of remind myself to not beat myself up for that, to not hate myself for that, to not shame myself for that, to be alright with it. No, nothing can face you then. Yeah. If once you have managed that, you have gone really far. So I see that as it's like a journey of personal growth, and you just gotta allow yourself to be unpolished and real. And, well, I might call that unmasking in a way. That's part of it, but it's really that. Don't put yourself out there trying to please others. Be your authentic self, because that is the best version that you can give to the world. Like, I think it's amazing when people do that, and I don't care. The haters, let them hate. You just gotta allow yourself to be absolutely okay with whatever funny shit that you did yesterday. Like, that you did whatever you did without having any bad intentions. And that is something that nobody can take away from you. And there's just absolutely no reason for you to feel some sort of shame. Like I used to get that feeling of wanting to sink into the earth, and it was literally like hurting inside me, even though obviously not physically hurting, but that's how I felt. I wouldn't talk for the rest of the day. I would swear to myself to never do that again, whatever I did, while all I actually was doing is being my authentic self. You know, I have a weird sense of humor, and sometimes I say shit that just doesn't click with people. And that's naturally, that's myself. That's me being me. It's just not for everybody. You are not for everyone, all right? But I absolutely love my sense of humor. So whenever I feel comfortable around someone, I'm opening up to that person, it will get out, you know? Climb out there and be there. And then I'll say some crazy shit. And this has got me in some situations where I just felt so uncomfortable, because obviously the reaction I was getting from people was like, what is she saying? Not like that, but it was just like the worst type of reaction you can get. While my intentions were not bad, I was just trying to be funny because, bro, the world is serious already. All I'm saying is show up as your authentic self, and it's okay if others don't resonate with it. It's okay if others make you feel ashamed for that, because that is something they have to work out. That is their problem, not yours. That we are holding back things that we shouldn't be holding back. Like once you put yourself out there and you get a reaction that wasn't intended, it's not a sign to hold back. It's not a sign to step back. It's not a sign to hide away. It's a sign to keep going, to become a warrior against that. I'm not saying that you should do that again. Maybe it was something dumb you did, alright? Then just don't do it the next time, whatever, who cares? The more comfortable you can get at cringing at your younger version, at accepting the fact that you have outgrown that version, and you are not going to do your best every single day, and it's fine. The more comfortable you get with that, forgiving yourself and not being so receiving to critique from the outside that's not actually critique, that comes from a place of more like hate, comes from a place of shame, that comes from a place of insecurities of the other people. Learn that skill. I think it's going to build you up. Whatever you want to do, it's going to be the best thing ever. And that's something I'm trying to learn, and I'm trying to do this for myself, and it's not been easy, I'm not going to lie. There's times when I feel really insecure about what I'm doing, but I'm doing it regardless. I've developed this strategy now of allowing myself to cringe at my younger self. That's how I will call it. And it doesn't matter if it's just everyday situations of communication, or if it's putting your art out there as a creative, anything you want to do. Don't let judgment hold you back. Your own judgment or other people's judgment, it doesn't matter, but don't let that be something that holds you back, because that's only gonna slow you down on your path where you're going, you know. I'm a hard case problem that I've been trying to fix for so long, so it's not easy for me. So I kind of tried out something on I've been trying out this thing on social media where I created a new account and blocked everyone on my old one. I'll create a new video on that and explain to you how I'm doing it, because I was stuck and I needed a change, and this is just for myself, and it's been working out. Like I think I've been learning to kind of put myself more out there. I still got a long way to go, but that's what we're doing here, like sharing the journey. And I don't know, leave a comment if something resonated with you, whatever, and say thank you so much for watching. And I just hope they help somebody out, because it's taken me a while to kind of, just flip that switch in my brain and let myself kind of say that it's alright. It's totally fun that you put out things in the world that are not gonna be your best stuff, that are gonna make you feel like a fool. Just don't take it the harsh way. If your intentions are righteous, if you are coming from a place of love, nothing can stop you. And just know that you can do it. Do it for yourself, right? Whatever it is, just go out there and create it. Do it. Don't let nobody hold you back. Whatever it is, just go out there and do you. Create whatever you want to create. And that's the end of that video. So yeah, take care and thank you for watching.